Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Bad Movie Night Podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we checked out the 1988 horror movie, Witchcraft. All right.
Oh, man.
That sounds like some Richard Band music.
Oh, it totally does.
Right. But I don't know if it is.
It's like a horror version of the old, like, Captain Kirk versus the alien thing.
Versus
but
the
like
Gorn?
But it's like a horror version of it. So dumb.
Yeah, we'll get into the music of this movie.
Yeah.
I do have a few things to say at the top of the show.
Oh.
Housekeeping, as it were, because I constantly forget to do this. But I do need to mention to the audio listeners, I don't know, just to anybody listening and watching, we do this live Monday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
Or 8:49.
Throwing that idea out there. Or 8:30-ish. I said ish. That gives you a little wiggle room, Spiv. 15 to 35 minutes
Eastern
or so.
Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
You need a little wiggle room when you're massaging tongues.
Whoa.
That's premium pre-show content.
Stop
And if
giving
you'd
away
like
the
to
milk
hear
without buying the
more-
farm, Spiv.
$2 a month.
Think of the goats.
Join up.
You should go on there, though, and listen about my heroic story. Anyway,
Yes.
enough about that.
And mattresses and lawnmowers.
It's been said. It's been said. So there's that. And that was pretty much it, I think. Was there anything else?
Do we
want to
have any new Patreons, Chris?
God damn it. You're an asshole, Spiv, because you know I won't remember that. And yes, we do.
We do.
So it should shout out new Patreon Benjamin Jones, a.k.a. Shotgun Jones. No, he's not, but that's a pretty fun movie. Anyways, let's move on. We got enough. We got a lot to get through with Witchcraft, a movie that we've decided to undertake.
Ugh.
The first one of a 16 movie series somehow.
So
Quite
far.
the endeavor. Quite the endeavor.
So we're 1/16 of the way through, which is not a passing grade. And I think that speaks a lot to about this movie and a lot of things we'll talk about tonight. AJ, would you perchance give us a plot rundown for Witchcraft?
I certainly can.
Make it spooky.
Okay. We need some fog on the screen. A new mother and a child move into a mother-in-law's spooky mansion. She soon begins to suspect that neither the house nor the mother-in-law are quite what they seem to be. In the 1988 never-ending film saga, Witchcraft.
Rated R.
What is it about?
I know that,
It's about witchcraft, all right? Just
rated
go watch
R.
Rosemary's Baby. You got the gist.
I don't know why it was rated R. Was this rated R?
Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Really felt like it was
Very
made for
surprising.
TV.
I just the trajectory from this movie to softcore porn
I
can see it.
doesn't. I don't see it. I don't see it. I can't see
It's
it.
all with the soft filters that they're using.
There is a lot of soft filters.
It's like a Murder, She Wrote kind of feel, isn't it? It's like a mid-80s.
Oh,
Okay, now that you
God.
say Murder, She Wrote, I do see the softcore trajectory.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
it's an easy transition.
Jessica.
All those Lansberries.
You know,
Anyways,
yeah.
they're what? They're bringing Murder, She Wrote back?
Probably.
No, they can't do that without Angela Lansbury.
Who would you get to play Murder, She Wrote lady?
Jessica
Betty White.
Fletcher.
I would get Zoe Deschanel.
What?
The deadpan? Yeah, that could work.
Really?
She's got emotive eyes, and when you're answering a phone, the eyes are the window
She's
into
like a
the soul.
puppy. I just can't
She's,
see her
she's
being.
too urban chic.
You need an older lady to do it because
Yeah, who has like respect and dignity.
So, Chris, wait 10 years, then you can hire as an auditioner.
Older ladies. I'm gonna look up
Older ladies.
Oh,
Oh,
ladies.
gosh.
With
Bad.
respect.
Whoa.
Okay, this got
Okay,
weird. All
wow.
right, let's get going. Aaron,
Yeah.
The safe search turned on.
19. No, of course. If I live on the edge, I never have that thing on. I want to be surprised. Anyways, 1988. Can we take a moment and dive into that history hole and get a little context for the movie and the year it was released?
I guess.
For Aaron's history hole.
Witchcraft.
It
I don't
is
have
a
a whole lot to
cool-
talk
it's a
about with
decent
this one,
cover.
but the cover
That's
is
a cool
pretty cool.
cover. Yeah,
It's a cool cover.
That might be the coolest thing in the movie.
That cover.
And listen to that tagline. After 300 years in the womb of hell, the son of Satan is born. I did not
That's
get
cool.
that from this movie, but that's pretty cool.
It's cool.
Oh, is that what that thing's about?
Yes.
I mean, if it's Satan, they don't spend a whole lot of time taking care of him. Okay, fine. Moving on. This movie was released in November of 1988 in the UK, and then later in March in the United States of 1989. So some other movies released that month. Man, some good ones. They Live.
Oh, classic.
They certainly do.
Love that
Aaron.
movie.
One of the best
Child's
fight scenes
Play.
ever.
Great movie.
cool.
The Land Before Time.
Aw.
Tragic
yeah.
movie. I can't.
Yeah.
That movie, like,
You cry at the end of it.
dude, that movie, the beginning.
Don Bluth is so
Jesus
depressing.
Right.
Really bastard.
ruined my childhood.
I
I feel like
know.
that in Watership Down.
Yeah.
That's nightmare fuel. Watership Down.
Yeah.
Cocoon, The Return.
Oh.
I love old people.
I don't think I saw the second one.
I didn't know there was a
I
sequel.
could see a series of that.
Do they got the Gutenberg in that? Did you get me to the Gutenberg?
Is the
I don't know.
No.
Oh, maybe.
Brimley.
Have you been cocooning?
You can't lock Brimley down for a.
For a miniseries.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's
He just
got
filmed a
Wilford
retirement
Brimley, Courtney
Is it really?
Cox.
Courtney Cox.
Yep.
Really?
Steve Gutenberg.
Wow.
Jessica Tandy, of course.
Jessica Tandy would be a good Murder, She Wrote woman.
If she wasn't already old and dead.
Damn.
Ah.
That's the problem with old ladies. They're always dying.
Right?
Angela
She
Lansbury's still alive, though, isn't she?
You can De Niro him with the
She is.
CG de-aging first, right? Or
Yeah.
reverse
Lansbury,
it.
she's
The
in
young
her 80s
actress.
now, I
And
think.
No,
I have seen
she's
this
not
movie.
alive, is she? She is. Holy shit.
Yeah, she's alive.
Jessica Tandy?
No,
Wow.
Angela
Jessica
Lansbury.
Oh, Angela Lansbury.
She was born in 1925.
Lansbury.
1925.
Holy
That's
crap.
almost as
Yeah.
old as Mitch McConnell.
Well, Betty White just turned 99.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. All right, so moving on. Also, that month was Scrooged.
Great movie.
Oh,
Fun
that is a
movie.
great movie.
It is. I haven't watched it in a while.
Gosh, that yeah.
Yep. This is a short one, like I said. Our director for this was Rob Spera, who has 21 director credits. He's known for Leprechaun 5, In the Hood,
Nice. Nice.
Criminal Minds TV show, Army Wives TV show. He currently has a film in pre-production called The Virus, which doesn't actually sound like it's about
Weird.
coronavirus, which is cool. And
Is it based on the
Chris.
Jamie Lee Curtis movie?
No,
Oh, I hope
no,
so.
it has something to do with mind control. It's probably those 5G chips, the government's
Everybody's
putting.
doing mind
China.
control things now. I'm not into it.
Okay. Then moving on, Chris.
Just saying.
He has one masterpiece that I think you'll be interested in,
All right, let's hear
and
it.
it's very well named. It stars Richard Grieco, and it's called Sexual Predator.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh shit,
the
we're
sequel
watching
to
that.
Tomcat.
that sounds.
All right, I'm looking up Sexual Predator.
It should be outlaw, whatever that is.
I'm not adding that to our
It's not
list.
legal in
Chris,
the States
safe
to watch
search,
that
dude.
movie.
I think
No,
it's
no.
an autobiography.
No. A female parole officer sheds her inhibitions as she begins a torrid affair with a man responsible for the death of her best friend.
I checked
my
out the reviews,
God.
That sounds dark.
and all the
Oh,
reviews were just
yeah.
commenting on what's Angie Everhart's body. So I think that's
Put it on
probably
the
what
list.
for
Well,
us.
we will not. We'll comment on Richard Grieco's body and even shit out.
We've seen enough of it, I think.
Wow, there is no. How fucking dare you? Last year was supposed to be the year of Grieco, and we only did 2 Grieco movies. So you're gonna suck it up because we're gonna watch Art of the Dead at one point because that movie was cool. Not really,
Art
but
of
it
the
has
Dead?
Richard Grieco. I think that's what it's called. I started it. Had Richard Grieco.
The hunt
So I was
for
like,
pleasure
well,
is
this
the
is
most
awesome.
Basic instinct of
see
Okay,
it
moving
again.
on. Our writer was Jodie Savin. Savin?
I do-
Savin?
I do have to
Jodie
say,
Satan.
these pictures of sexual predator Richard Grieco looks very inebriated, is what I would say.
boy, yes, he does.
He's just like, are we filming a movie now? Or what's going on? Like, that's how he looks.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of how I like him, though.
There seems to be a whole lot of boob groping.
No, there's two images. There's one of Richard Grieco there, and then there's one of groping, yes.
Michaela Matthews is also in Weapons of Ass Destruction.
Oh wow.
That I think that's
think we
going a
watched that
little
on
too
the
far. All right, moving on. So, writer was Jodie Savin, who has 6 writing credits. She wrote CBGB and Bottle Shock, which both have Alan Rickman in them. I don't know what they're about.
Dude.
She also was an actor in this film. She played the important role of townsperson.
I
Nice.
remember that.
Nice
yeah.
cameo.
Townsperson.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even remember there
Pitchfork,
being other people.
Fire.
Burner.
Oh, there's so many other
The
people.
intro
in it.
Build a
credits,
bridge out
it's
of
just
her.
all people.
Yeah. So many people.
She's
in it.
got a wart.
Maybe she's one of the ones over the camera just cackling.
Exactly.
I like those scenes where they're, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of those.
Our music was by Randy Miller. He has a bunch of credits for orchestration, so he takes other people's music and puts it together and makes it work. Notably for Police Academy 6,
Nice.
Never Ending Story 2,
Oh, really?
Ooh, that's
yeah,
cool.
Hellraiser 3, and Tremors.
Ooh, Hellraiser 3.
Ooh, it's got some good stuff on there.
Yep. Our cinematographer was Jens Stirrup, who's known for Little Devils, The Birth,
Oh, we did
Witchcraft
that,
2.
AJ. We did Little Devils. The
Little
Birth.
Devils.
You
Yeah,
did the
you
little
did.
levels.
Yeah, Witchcraft 2, and he was also the second director of photography for Chicago, the musical, which is pretty cool. So some movies to check out. We have Sunset Heat.
Michael Pere.
Looks like
Dennis
something.
Hopper.
Sam
Wait a
Ant.
minute.
Adam Ant?
Yeah,
This
No
is
way.
This is a fake.
Really?
Man.
That can't be real.
Anytime there's like 80s sun on the cover, I'm sold.
80s Sun.
Yeah, look at the oranges and the fire and flames and
Sex, money, murder. It's a
there.
matter of degrees.
Did you make this up?
this is a fake.
No,
movie.
I didn't.
Goddamn, you son of a bitch.
I did
I
not.
can't trust anything you say anymore.
Can't trust a goddamn thing you
Open
do
your
anymore.
heart all over
Right?
again.
It looks like it's made up.
Whoa,
You took
come
everything
on.
we love and you put it all on one cover, and now it's gonna be fake and it's all
Yeah.
lies.
Depressed.
It's not. It's from 1992. A photographer's life is endangered after his friend steals drug dealers' money.
And where's the
That's it?
pickles come in, Aaron? Where are the pickles?
There's no pickles.
Yeah.
It's also
Michael
Okay,
Perez.
moving on.
Midnight Heat.
We have Killing Streets.
Whoa.
Lorenzo
that-
Lamas.
Is that Michael Pere
Nice.
again?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man,
I went
good
on.
year
I don't
for
know why,
him.
but I got on like a Prairie kick here.
wow, it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Yep. So you got a Lamas and a Pere.
You enhance on his
that's-
face. His face looks weird. He's got a nice
can't
little. What do you want to call that? Shawl? I don't know what that's called.
This is an interesting
shawl?
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scarf?
Yeah, it is weird.
scarf. Some people call it scarf.
So it's called Killing Streets from 1991. When his twin brother is reported killed in a Beirut car explosion, a man turns the war-torn city upside down in search of the truth.
Dun, dun. I
The
want
truth is, Lorenzo Lamas sucks. All right,
Aw.
moving on. We got some Norris.
Hellbound.
Speaking of sucks,
Norris with a little redemption, hopefully.
Is this
Controversial.
Young Chuck Norris?
Not young, middle age maybe.
Yeah, that's like 90s. Walker, Texas.
Chuck Norris always looks like my dad. Like when I was like 9, like that's what my dad looked like.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could see that a little
Chuck
bit.
Norris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
stunt double.
just makes me feel, like my dad.
All right.
Did you have a Ford Ranger pickup?
No, he had a Mustang, but if we had a lot of money in the 90s.
I thought
We
that was
were
your
rolling.
mom's car.
I don't fucking know.
Your dad had that old pickup truck.
Yeah, you're right. He did.
Yeah, I bought it from him. All right, Hellbound from 1994. 2 Chicago cops investigate a murder until they encounter an ancient demon.
Dude,
Sounds
I didn't think
That
Chuck
sounds
Norris would do a
cool.
movie like that. Isn't he like
I
super
know.
Christian?
Is he?
Well, he's
Sounds
fighting
promising.
Satan, so
Oh, he's
That's
a
pretty
Jesus
Christian.
warrior.
Yeah.
By the end, everyone's converted, right?
Finally, we have Space
Pretty much.
Marines from 1996.
That looks amazing.
That looks
cover
really
is-
good. I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Space pirates led by diabolical Colonel Fraser take over a cargo ship carrying antimatter explosive and an important official. Space Marines led by Captain Gray must stop their evil plans.
Yeah.
Is
That looks
anybody
cool.
notable in
That
it?
sounds solid.
Can you enhance?
I'm sold by the night vision cameras at the bottom, used for their like photos of the characters.
What's it say?
It's a big bad universe.
Oh my god.
It looks
Yeah,
fun.
cool.
Space
Look at that.
Marines with a bunch of
man.
unknown
It's-
people in green.
They've got pictures on IMDb.
Yeah.
Cast. So
It looks fun from the trailer I saw.
Was that Meg Foster?
Is that a skull and crossbones?
God damn it, I just enhanced. I don't know.
You
It
would
looks
think
like
if
it
you
at
can
the
get to
top.
space, you
It's
would
probably
be able
treasure.
to give you a fake eyeball at that point. Like, really, we're gonna be like a pirate? Like, you can't get me a cyborg eye? Like,
I
By
know
the
it's pretty
time-
cool.
Meg Foster.
it is Meg Foster. I was right. Yeah. Yeah, I
Cool.
would watch that. That sounds awesome. Plus, one of my favorite directors, John Widener, who did Maximum Force, which we
Oh,
covered.
man. Oh, man.
No, we didn't. I don't know what that is. We didn't cover that.
That's a
Never
Norris
mind, I
film,
don't
isn't
know.
it?
No. This is
Maximum Force.
This is not-
Is that a Dirty Harry
it's
movie?
a John Saxon movie.
Sam
Who?
Jones. Jason
Anyways, let's
Lively.
move on. Aaron,
Oh,
you good?
man.
You good? You good? On this?
I'm good. That's all I got.
Well, shiver me timbers or something. I don't know. Okay.
Mickey.
Join the Patreon, $2 a month, and you get some stuff. Patreon.
Hey everyone, go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up for $2 a month. You get access to the weekly pre-show as well as other bonus podcasts and videos. Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. All right, Witchcraft. Lindsay, did you think about Witchcraft?
Well, I'm a simple woman. And as we were talking about this entire series, there were certain things that we focused on. And I was kind of expecting a few of those things to at least be hinted at a little bit in this first movie. So I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, I at least wanted some boobs somewhere. And there were no boobs.
I
And-
disagree.
Yeah.
Weather?
Oh, there they are. Oh, sexy.
And
Look at that, like,
Look at that hair.
just
Wow.
like complete, like
It's
that's like a
beautiful.
black
he's got
hole in the
Phil
center of his-
Collins hair.
That's right. See that Sean Connery thing going?
Can he dance?
He could not dance. But it was a struggle to get through for me. Because, I like slow burn movies. I have no problem with that. But this one, it didn't give you little treats here and there to keep you going at all.
Yeah.
There were
like-
a few things I did like that we can talk about later. But overall, I really struggled with this movie.
It was like somebody lit the birthday candle, and then the birthday candle went out, and everybody sat there waiting for you to blow it out, even though it's already out.
Yep.
You're like, well, this fucker's got to burn at some point, right? But it never burns. AJ, what'd you think?
I'm just shocked that they would make 16 movies, right? 16 of them based off of this film. Like, doesn't the first one have to be at least somewhat decent to do that? Like, what? I don't
Yeah, you're going
understand.
off that. 'Cause you're going
I
off
was
the name.
Yeah, I just thought like I don't know, I just expected Witchcraft and I didn't get that. Like with a name like Witchcraft, I want Witchcraft, But damn it. I don't know, it felt like felt really daytime TV, very long, walking around the house, looking at stuff. Just oh my god, I was losing interest fast.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Spiv.
It was not what I expected, based on what we know of the later sequels. It smoldered for the whole movie and never took flame. Does that make sense?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
You were so smart. You should write poems for a living.
He was
Smoldered
embers.
like your heart.
Now he's fire.
He was embers, and then now he just is out because no one poured some lighter fluid on him. Yeah, it did a decent job building suspense, I thought, but then there was no payoff, and it was the predictable conclusion. I was holding out hope that it would be the mother, not the mother, the mother of the baby. I don't remember anyone's names. I was holding out hope that it was all in her head, and then she was the witch killing people and stuff. But no, it was what we thought it was.
Not a fan.
It was okay.
Disappointed.
It was disappointing, though. Yeah.
Okay. Aaron?
I think the word for me is forgettable. I watched this last night, and I already don't really remember much of anything about it. I do remember liking some of the set design, like for a low budget, it was kind of fun. They put a lot of detail into the rooms, and that part was cool. But this is like, it's very Rosemary's Baby, I think, as AJ had pointed out before, but without the ambiguous title. This was more like Devil Baby. You call it that, and that's sort of what it is. But it's just there's like you said, there's no suspense. You start out with the witches dying, being burned alive thing, so it already sets the tone. But then nothing really comes of that. There's no witchcraft. I forget who said that, but there's no witchcraft.
Man.
I want witchcraft.
I mean, she hallucinates. Maybe it's probably just from the asbestos or mold and shit going on in this ancient house.
Right.
But otherwise,
It's lead paint.
yeah, she licked too much lead paint, and now she's hallucinating. It was disappointing. I think it could be kind of interesting if it was more ambiguous to start and then had the suspense that built towards that. But it never really even builds that much.
Or a twist. I mean, it's so predictable.
Yeah.
It is predictable. It does play out like a psychological horror movie, but without any of the trappings of a psychological horror movie. Meaning, it wants to be one where it's like this lady being gaslit, like she's in this house, and they're like taking advantage of her, and she's like having these terrible dreams and their nightmare scenarios, which all sounds cool on paper and could be executed in a way where stuff was effective. But when you got Richard Band Jr. over here pumping away on his Casio like it's nobody's fucking business, there's no subtlety to anything. And so it's all in your face.
Yeah.
And none of it works because of that.
On your face if you're the priest.
We'll get to it being on the face later, Smith. Okay? We can get into that. But I'm a big fan of psychological horror movies. They're generally my favorite. And tone is incredibly important for them to work in a way. And this movie fucks the tone up immediately at the start. There's also weird comedic scenes that are in here for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
We'll get to that as well. But the other thing that really bothered me about this movie was it's a witch movie, and it's still like kind of super misogynistic. And like, I guess maybe it's intentional because they're gaslighting her, but like generally witch movies are very like feministic because it's about like empowered women. And I was waiting for some sort of interesting storyline to reveal itself, but like Smith said, everything is so predictable, and it doesn't even make any sense by the end. I don't think.
You didn't like the pervy grandpa?
Of course, I love the pervy grandpa.
And he's a classic
Who
character.
was he? Does he ever come back?
It was
No.
random people.
Probably
at
one of the
baby
sequels.
party.
16
Well,
of them.
Guys, the
Oh,
pervy
Jesus.
grandpa was great. I mean,
I think I've seen him in Seinfeld
Probably
playing the same role.
That scene right there reminded me the most of Rosemary's Baby because they were
Yeah.
doing like those extreme close-ups, and
Oh, yeah.
I kind of got the
Yeah.
feeling that was the rest of the coven maybe that came to see the baby, which happens in Rosemary's Baby. They have all those
But which
people
we
over to the
never see
apartment,
them
which we
again.
never see them again.
No.
Rosemary's Baby has way more interesting elements going on. It
sure.
has those little like uncomfortable, tense moments with dialogue and stuff like that, but also has interesting like character arc with
Yeah.
the main character and her husband and stuff.
There's
This
actual
movie, like-
characters.
And this movie starts out with like her delivering this baby and then just kind of handing it over and acting like she wasn't just pregnant and like wandering
Yeah.
around the house and like who's watching the baby and stuff.
Yeah.
It starts adding up in your head. You're like, why? What the fuck is this? What
It
is
should be
this
called
lady doing?
neglect.
Neglected baby. Yeah.
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 And so what I don't quite like, we can go through the plot, but you already said what it is, but I don't think it makes any sense. because it opens with a cool sequence where you're showing like the lady giving birth or whatever, and it's cutting back and forth between the faces and the people from the past. So she's like birthing, and so like there's obviously some sort of parallel there that's important, and you're like, okay, well this lady is a descendant of this witch or something like that. That's not the case though.
No.
Right.
No, not at all.
And there's a whole side plot of her father like randomly killing her mom and himself.
Yeah.
So
So at the
what
beginning,
comes of that? Nothing.
Never comes out again.
Yeah, her past. Yeah, she has dreams from her past of her parents being murdered, and it doesn't make any sense.
So the beginning is the mother-in-law being burned at the stake, which with the husband is a warlock, right? They're both burned, and then they come back.
Mm-hmm.
Do they?
Yeah.
Like, how do they come
That's
back?
what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. They get burned at the stake at the beginning.
Maybe
They
we
come
learn
back.
in like movie 8 or 9 or something.
I
Yeah,
wanna
10
know-
minutes before the movie ends, we learn it's them from the
Yeah.
beginning.
I want
Yeah.
to know how these two made a baby. They don't even barely. I mean, they barely talk to each other, let alone like have
Aaron,
any.
I can send you this Teen
relationship.
Vogue article about making out.
What
You know what I'm saying though? There's no relationship there. It's not like
Yeah, they didn't
No.
really build
you're
it.
you're sort of questioning him or something, but you're not because he treats her well or they have a strong relationship.
Yeah.
No, as soon as they move her into the house, he just completely ignores her
Yeah,
and
because
they start abusing her.
they
It's
just
weird.
she just had a baby, and then he's like, "Oh, I have to work. I can't stay. I have to leave right now and leave you alone with our child."
That's the Rosemary's Baby kind of thing, though, where
Yeah.
she's like
Yeah.
stuck at home
She's
by herself.
isolated. Yeah.
What was his
Yeah.
job that he had to keep leaving?
He said he
works
was
super-
a senator or something, wasn't he?
He was a senator.
What?
Whoa!
Get
I did not get that.
Warlock senator? That's pretty badass.
Actually
he a
makes good
warlock?
sense.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a warlock.
He's a warlock. Well, she
wanna
does say a
know.
passed off line to her friend about why she was chosen by John.
Oh, really?
Her accent's cute. No, that's what
Linda, why do you think John chose me? I don't know. Maybe it's because you're beautiful, intelligent, and you have a great foreign accent. Men love foreign accents.
They do not.
They do too. I wish I had one.
There you go.
That's
Can't argue with it.
So
gaslighting material.
am I stupid
How did
here?
she land?
Did she actually
How
have
did
an
she-
accent?
She did a little bit.
so
It wasn't
very
super
faint.
thick, but
Oh, I thought she was just being like facetious
Look at
and
the
just
cute
saying, "Oh, it's
couple.
because of your accent."
I don't really think
It's
John's
just
much of a
Polish
catch.
or something.
Like,
no. But
he's
his
super
family's
rich.
super wealthy. Yeah,
It's funny.
That was
He has
about the
his
only
funny
thing.
moments.
is he funny, AJ?
I mean, when I look at him, I kind of...
He kind of reminds me of John Lovitz.
Yeah, he
Oh,
seems
a
like
little
he'd be a
bit.
comedian or something, doesn't he?
But John Lovitz was sort of funny. This guy's
He's like John Lovitz and Gene Simmons rolled into one horrible.
Gene
human being.
Lovitz. He's Gene Lovitz. I can see
Gene
that.
Lovitz.
He's got like
I
the
love his-
personality of Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
The oversized, like, 80s, like,
Oh my god!
jacket,
yeah.
suit and tie. Just like,
The clothes in
classic.
this were horrendous.
Look at that. Oh, man.
It's not that bad.
I like
there.
it. I like
That
it.
looks good there. A lot of times he does.
This though, the some of the clothes. I'm not
the
a big
shoulder
fan of
pads.
the shoulder pads.
Everything was
I
just
don't
so
know.
oversized.
Shoulder pads.
Oh man, I was born in the wrong
They work in
decade.
dusters, though. I'll tell you that much.
They do
Yeah,
work in
sh-
dusters.
She left the hospital after having a baby, and she's got high heels on and is like all
Only
dressed
the
up.
best. She also puts the baby to bed that first night
In
and
the
then
other room.
sleeps through the whole
Yeah,
night.
good luck with that.
In the other room.
And she's breastfeeding. How did she
I
work
mean,
that out?
normal kids don't do that. How would the spawn of Satan?
Right?
Right.
Yeah,
And the kid never cries until the very
Do
end.
we ever see
Until
the kids?
until the bond is
A
broken.
few times.
see the kid?
Yeah. And it looks like it's a 6-month-old, not a
Oh
newborn.
yeah, yeah.
I did like the house, though. The house was cool. The outside
was
reminded
okay,
me
yeah.
of, like, the outside reminded me of, like, what was that, Strangers Under the Stairs or whatever? It looked kind of like
Oh,
that.
the people
People
under the
under the
stairs.
House.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of that kind of look to it.
My
When I s-
my big
when I
problem with the
s-
house was they said it was like 300 years old.
It was not.
But
And
it's like a suburban house.
yeah. Well, also you never got any like spatial awareness about
Mm-hmm.
where things were in the house, and then there was that
Yeah.
other whole wing that they had
was
closed
like
off
set
where all
They
this
built somewhere.
and
Looks
yeah,
like it's maybe 3,000 square foot or something, but instead it's like a huge mansion.
yeah.
But where?
And there's no big grand shots. Everything's shot so claustrophobic.
Yeah.
You don't grasp how grand this house is supposed to be.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a big mansion to me.
Which would
just
really actually set the tone better if you saw how big it was and how isolated
Yeah, you could play
she
off
feel
on that. And she's
in
getting
that, but
lost at night in
instead-
the house and stuff. Like,
Right.
turned around. That'd be cool.
Like she should have woke up and heard
That'd be some
her
witchcraft
crying and
stuff,
had to
right?
go down the
Right?
dark hallway. Yeah.
You know,
Couldn't
move
find
around
the
and
baby.
stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, you could have an old home. You could have issues with power, so they have to use candlelight and other shit. You can make it.
The thing of it is, for me, is that the whole crux of the movie is about her husband John and John's mother, who's actually not his mother, it's his wife when they were
Yes.
both burned at the stake previously. But it's all about them wanting to bring back this unborn baby that they were going to have when she was pregnant and burned originally. But the whole thing takes place after she already had this baby that's reincarnated or something. Like it's already after the event, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
right?
because you
Like,
think
should've
with
been all leading up
witchcraft,
to her pregnancy.
there'd have to be some kind of ceremony or ritual that they would have to do to like put their
it
child's
did.
spirit in there, but we don't get to see any of that or understand any of
They
it.
had
Well, we
a
see it
ritual
all
at
from the
end,
woman's
but
perspective, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well,
she sees
no-
him from the window out in the
Yeah,
backyard.
she walks out, but it was
Oh,
that
yeah,
a,
yeah,
a
that's it.
dream?
Was it a dream? But then there's the
is that a
eyeball
puffy
sitting on
shirt?
the
Is that a
ground.
puffy shirt?
That's a puffy
Has to be
shirt.
a
Well, I don't want to be a pirate.
Before Seinfeld here. This is 88's before Seinfeld.
And,
Yeah, this movie
and,
was all over the place.
and then like they introduced the butler, Lurch. I don't know his fucking
Yes.
name is.
He
And
just
he's like a
character.
super,
yeah.
he's super pivotal to what happens in this movie, and he has zero character except for one scene where she like gives him a flower or something.
Yeah. Well, is
And
that
he's
why he
mute.
saves her at the end?
Yeah, but there's no explanation of what his character was about, right? That I
No.
got at least.
He's
Like, was
just
he
the
supposed to
butler.
be like a Van Helsing type thing, or like what was he doing?
He's
Did
Lurch.
he
He's the
infiltrate
butler.
Did he infiltrate like the coven and like is like?
I think he's just
Well,
butlering, AJ.
in a good movie, he would like have been wronged by the witch or something, and she took
Yes.
his voice away,
He's
and
cursed,
he's
yeah.
he's
Oh, yeah,
cursed
they
or
got-
something like that. But in this one, there was no weight to his character. I mean, I like that he came back at the end because we never see him, so we forget that
Yeah.
he's there. But no, he needed more weight and some reason why he's there.
Well, this is the reason that she saves him at the end.
I found this in the garden. I thought you might like it.
and those are
Flowers
some
for
shitty
Algernon.
carnations too.
the butler. Would any of you ever go for a butler if you had the option?
Hell yeah,
I
to
think
have a
it's-
butler.
Really?
I
think
feel
it's just
weird about that. I could.
would
It's
never.
like I can't even hire somebody to clean my house because I feel like I have to clean it first. But at the same time, if I'm rich enough that I can give people like a living job and help them provide for their family, like maybe.
Maybe.
But I'd probably
I
just
don't
hire
need
them
to-
and send them home and be like, look, I'll just pay you money. You don't actually have to show up.
No, I don't need to create some weird moral thing. If I'm paying that guy, it'll take me 15 minutes to accommodate to that, and I'll be ready. And I'll be like, yep.
Jeeves, where's the toilet paper?
No, you're right. It would be fucking weird. Like I don't know. I feel like it's something you like grow up with. Otherwise,
Maybe a chef would
What
be
is he
cool. Like
doing
somebody to
all
cook
the time
something
if he's
for
not
you.
like answering the door and like what is he doing in your house?
laundry and vacuuming and stuff. I guess I don't know.
I guess
He's guarding.
he's
the
like a gentleman
forbidden
butler,
wing.
right?
Yeah.
Like walking the
I don't know
dog.
what I don't know what butlers do all day. And how much do
the
you pay a
gardener
butler?
takes care of the garden.
And then you need a garden. And then he's not cleaning. Then you would need a cleaning.
He wasn't doing that.
Yeah,
He's
you'd
always
think there'd
dressed
be
up.
other staff besides just a butler.
Yeah, the
Because
only
usually
thing
a
we s-
butler
the only
does
thing
the
we see
kitchen
him
and
do
dining
is-
room.
Is serve the drinks at dinner.
Missed
Did they tuck you in
opportunity
at night?
with like making his character more critical to the film.
There was an opportunity there. There was many opportunity in this.
There are
movie
many
that they-
opportunities.
that they chose to ignore. You
That
also have the
dinner scene
priest.
was weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
the priest.
sex scene, the sex dinner. Is that what we're talking
That
about?
was so
All
odd.
the close-up chewing and
Masticating.
Flabby meat.
I called it sexy eating, and it was weird.
the scene goes on forever. Do you like when I chew my meat?
Oh my goodness.
That was weird, right? That was supposed to be sexual, right?
Super weird.
Is
That
it?
scene was like 5
I
minutes
feel
long,
like you're
too.
right, Chris, about the music and like the tension building and like there's this huge loss. Like that
Wait,
scene could
Chris.
have been interesting with like the right music.
They should
Yeah,
have cut in
could've
the intro music. She's trying
Overlap
to eat.
some townspeople screaming.
Yeah.
And she's eating her food. That'd be cool.
Yes.
I don't know what they were trying to do there, but those like very
Just make you feel uncomfortable.
obvious
Yeah.
sounds of the plate and stuff, and her eating
Yeah.
whatever that fucking was, tuna or something.
Yeah.
Tuna?
But it
It
wasn't
looked like roast beef.
but okay.
Yeah.
There was no tension to the scene. It was just
No.
like I
was
sat there
just weird.
confused.
Yep.
It's like they shot it
And-
expecting there to be and there wasn't.
I think they were going for trying to make her look like she's going crazy, but it just didn't mesh at all.
So wait, am I the only one who thought that that old lady was supposed to be sexy during that scene?
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You totally are. Yes.
It's okay though.
That is definitely on you.
All right.
I
Well, I
mean,
gotta.
grimacing maybe.
Okay. I'm a man of
Hey, man.
particulars, I guess. I don't know.
Whatever floats your boat, it's fine.
I didn't know, but I guess it's
Oh,
working for
God.
me. I don't know.
You're learning stuff every day, right?
Yeah, and then we also have the priest introduced in the movie. He serves again no It's just like
Yeah.
How does he get back to the house then to kill himself?
Yeah, I don't.
Does he come through the mirror?
Do you think this like failed in editing?
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think it failed in editing. It failed at script level.
Concept.
Unless the script is just because the
Nonsense.
sequences they chose to film, like this doesn't really bolster anything in the movie that we didn't already expect. And
Yeah.
it doesn't really add anything with this character. Like
No.
he could have just been gone in the movie. It would have changed nothing. So I don't.
Well, I mean, it's very tropey to have the priest come and he's like sees something bad and he has to leave right away and he figures it out first, but then he's killed before he can warn the main character.
Yeah, it did something to him as well.
Yeah, why
like
is he like a
Yeah.
leopard
he,
now?
he
Yeah.
started rotting and stuff, but it's not
His
explained.
skin
Like if
was
he got
all
cursed.
fucked up.
I saw that and I thought I missed a scene or something. I had to rewind. I was like looking down my phone. I was like, wait, I missed something. Why is he like that? But no, you didn't miss anything. It's just no sense of it.
He's
Well, and
playing
he's-
around
And then
with
randomly he
radioactive
drops
materials.
into the window. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is he at her house?
He jumped. He hangs himself. right?
She said that she saw him do that in the mirror, but I don't remember her seeing him
I
hang
don't
himself
either.
in the mirror.
No, he right there in the plate glass
Makes
window.
no sense.
Her
Was he in their
screams are
tree?
so damn annoying
Was he
too.
on the second floor of the house?
I have no idea. If you cut scenes out of this movie and like that, like if you cut that horror stuff out of this movie, it totally looks like a 90s sitcom. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
knock on our door.
evening TV.
Looks like
It probably
30
could be
something.
Paperboy.
entertaining.
Yeah.
96.
Everywhere you look.
That's the last
There's a
one.
heart. There's a heart.
Go back to the last one, Chris.
What?
Go back to the one with them like laughing. Yeah, that's the final frame of the episode.
freeze
You know,
Oh,
they
yeah.
freeze it
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
credits-
They
This
catch
is
each
step by
other.
step. Yeah. Step by step.
That's
Let's look
it.
at what they were eating though. This is what she made.
Potatoes.
Which
Potato.
potato. There's some sort of
Whole
tomato.
tomato.
Some frozen
Snap
snow
peas.
peas there.
Snap
Is that what
Snap
it
peas.
Mm,
Carrot.
is?
Maybe.
yeah.
Looks like
What
a
kind of meat is
fish
that?
fillet or something.
Is that
Like that to me,
is
yeah.
that
Looks like
fish?
roast to me.
Is that a carrot
Could be
that's
sliced
gone too
roast.
far?
Maybe a pork tenderloin.
It looks like
Oh.
yeah, like roast beef.
Is this how you guys hold your fork upside down like that?
That is the proper way.
Yeah.
No,
that is the
I'm
move.
stupid and I
That's
cut
the
things with my
European
fork
way.
and hold them with my knife.
I don't do that. I'm like, no, I'm all
Americans.
because to
Right?
me the fork is shaped as a
So
scooping device.
uncivilized.
You guys are
We
wrong. Like
invented
the
the
fork,
smork, remember?
the fork is shaped upward like a spoon in so far as it's supposed to
It's
hold.
curved down so you can.
Yeah, but if you flip it around,
stab
it's
them.
curved so that the weight dispenses evenly.
This
On
is a
top of
whole
the
Hey,
spear.
episode right
you're
in
stabbing
itself,
stuff with the
talking
fork
about
upside
silverware.
down?
That's how you're
Yeah.
supposed to do it.
I'm scooping.
Or
Wait,
What?
me or her? What are you talking
I
about?
don't know anymore. I'm so confused.
No,
It curves
look,
up.
look at this fork. Flip
That's
the fork.
wrong.
That's
flip
how
it-
you
yeah,
do
flip
it.
it around.
That's the proper way.
If you flip it around, how are you supposed to stab things?
Are you
I'm
using
just
two
joking.
forks?
That's actually how
Yeah.
I do it too. But
That's not how I do it. You guys are
For the
animals.
salad, you know.
That's how this guy does it. Well, my camera just
Oh,
started.
Chris has gone to
Bless you.
squares.
he's been sacrificed.
It was bound to happen. Did your battery die?
I don't know why I did that.
It's okay.
Oh,
this
his
is a
focus
test
is going to need
pattern.
potato
We can
vision.
Make sure our colors are calibrated here.
Great.
Go on. I'll get it working.
Let's calibrate the colors.
Somewhere
Make sure to have the blacks.
over
There we
the
go.
rainbow.
Oh!
You're out of focus.
It focused on the background.
Anyways.
Oh man, you're looking at a
there you
screen
go.
door. There you go.
So
Film grain effect.
let's talk about the friend getting her head cut off in a
That
scene.
was fun.
Oh, the friend character.
Which is probably the
friend.
best kill in the movie.
She was
One of
like,
the only ones?
I guess.
her only purpose was exposition that didn't really matter, anyways. Like, oh, you were there for me, and all
There was
this
that scene when
stupid
they
crap.
were trying
was
to
she
sneak
really?
up the stairs and the butler catches them and they're
Yeah.
totally drunk. But I
At
don't
first,
know why.
I thought she was in on the whole thing. The way she like tiptoed around in the hospital, how she showed up with her husband. Like I thought, okay, maybe these two are the witches.
Yeah.
Can we
Right.
talk about that tiptoeing scene?
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Is that
So
the actual
stupid.
music?
Yeah. In what world
Who
does that
edited that
scene
in?
fit in this movie?
It does
Why
not
is the
at
music
all.
like that?
Because it's comedy. It's weird. It's the
It
only
is
scene
weird.
like that too. It's so weird.
So weird. This movie's so
I don't
weird.
get it. Yeah, I really don't get it.
I did write down this movie is odd.
And
It
there was
is-
there was no point for her even being there at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
no.
it introduces that
creep-
they're
yeah,
close
like-
friends, I guess. That she's at
True.
the hospital.
That's the thing. Okay, so they're close friends. This friend is close friends with her husband John, who, but this whole time has been this resurrected wizard,
Yes.
Yeah.
warlock.
Warlock, yeah.
I figured out why she's there. It just clicked in my head. So that
Okay.
we can know that she has no family.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Mm.
That's
That
right.
makes
Because there's
sense.
that scene where the
Yes.
nurse has to explain it to, because the husband is not in the birthing chamber for some reason when the baby's being born.
They didn't do it back
They
then.
didn't do it back then.
Really?
They were out smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes and stuff,
Yeah.
pacing
Yeah,
back and
smoking
forth.
in the hallway.
Losers. I was in there.
Birthing
I was on
chamber.
the front lines.
Birthing chamber.
I was too. It was fun.
Yeah,
What's a birthing chamber?
I don't know if my wife thought it was fun, but
You talking about the operating room type of deal?
the hell do you think I'm talking about, son? Of course I'm talking about the operator room.
You said a birthing chamber,
It's not an
called a
operating room.
Delivery room.
delivery
Delivery
room, same
room.
thing.
Synonym. Oh, we're allowed to do synonyms of operating room and birthing room, but not birthing chamber. How dare you?
A chamber is a room.
Oh,
I think it's
and
shit tank adjacent.
shit. Who's got fucking served there?
You gonna throw Rucker Howard down there?
So, I got nothing else to say about this movie except for like
Um,
it was very influenced. It felt very
It was Rosemary's-
Italian influenced.
It was Rosemary's
Yeah.
Baby, but not as good.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Rosemary's Baby. Like
I
if
think it was trying to be.
I just feel like the horror moments were the biggest letdown of all. Because you're just like grasping, like, clearly this being a horror movie that's going
What
to come
was-
through. And
what
it
was
just
up
did
with
not
the
come
mirror?
through at all.
Did we ever learn what the mirror
We never
was
figure
for?
out what the significance of it is.
That could have been cool. Like an
Why was
alternate
it covered up?
dimension or showing what was really there in the house.
Showing the
and looking
past or
through it. Like, there's so
Yeah.
many opportunities.
well, like Barbara Streisand says, the mirror has two faces.
You're the wind beneath my wings, Chris.
Thank you.
But
Do you
even
remember that-
though, sorry,
No.
going back to what you guys were saying, how there's no witchcraft in this movie. I mean,
Witchcraft.
they could have done so much stuff with it. The only thing that remotely resembles witchcraft is the tea that she keeps making her drink.
Yeah.
But we never
they hint
figure
at.
out what purpose it serves.
Yeah, like it knocks her out, and then it's just like we're back at it again. Round 2, round
Yeah,
It's
three.
other
just like
than-
Rosemary's Baby.
other
type.
than
Like, what are you doing
birthing,
to her?
what
What are you doing
is-
to the baby? Like, we never see any of it.
But what is the goal
at
of her? Like, what is their goal for her? Like, they have the
I
baby
don't
now.
know.
What's the end
Why don't
game?
Why do they
just
keep
get
her
rid of
around?
her, yeah.
Yeah, there's no need.
What does the baby eat?
She has no family. Like, there's no
Why?
reason.
What were they gonna? The back of the box or whatever cover we saw said something about sacrificing the baby. I didn't
You
pick
want
up
me
on that.
bring that up?
No.
No, the last scene, I thought they were like doing some sort of Ghostbusters 2, implanting
to
the
bring
soul
Yeah.
kind of
soul
thing.
into the baby.
I don't know. I was so
It's-
confused by
Because
it.
as soon
unclear.
as soon as the witches die, the baby starts crying.
Yeah.
Presumably before he was under the influence of something.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, see, none of that is clear. So it didn't work. Do you remember that movie Beyond Darkness? We watched it like on the first year of the podcast or second year.
Beyond Darkness.
Yes, that was the
AJ,
cool
you watched it.
cultish
It was
one.
in a house.
Yes,
It was very Italian.
alternate dimension sort of portal thing.
And it had
I don't
extreme
remember.
music. I kept getting like flashbacks to that movie, but
That was way
movie
better.
Was way better, yeah.
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 So we can talk about that then. How the fuck does this go on to make 16 sequels?
I mean,
Yes,
the
what
title's
is the story?
generic.
Does anyone
that
know
The
the
why-
title's
story?
useful.
Is the
I think
producer or something that kept it going or something?
there's
crazy
a
like
chance of that, but I don't feel like they're banking off the.
Cachet.
They're not banking off like how this movie performed. They're banking off the name being generic enough that you can
Right.
keep
Yeah.
spinning it out. I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although I hear the character, like one of the characters is throughout all of them.
Really?
I think it's the guy.
John.
Well,
Jesus.
Yeah, there is
Hawthorne.
like a tie to all of them. I found this big long story at some point online where someone explained all of it.
Get that
Actually
down
did
to
the
the
time,
There's a
watched all of them.
There's a character named Will, but he's in like 2, 3,
that's the
4, and 5.
Is that the baby? William?
It could be. Because in the next one, she goes after the kid as a teenager. It's like T2.
John
shit.
Connor.
Here we go.
It
Diabolical
Furlong in the
Magazine did a
future
thing
ones?
on it.
Right?
Witchcraft for beginners. No, that's not.
Yeah. Let's talk about the head cutting off scene because that was pretty cool.
You scared me.
And
So-
see there, I thought it was the younger woman.
That scene, the way they shot that at the beginning was really cool, where the camera quickly goes in on her and surprises
That
her.
felt very 70s, like Giallo-ish to me.
Yeah, it was
zoom in on her
very
face,
Italian-y.
like, yeah.
I really liked that scene until the cut of the head, and then it goes, "Bum, bum." And it was like, all right, cheesy
Yeah,
as
the
fuck,
head
but
rolling wasn't very effective. It's like when we did
No,
that
yeah.
movie and we tried to roll the skull and it just kind of skidded across the driveway.
we nailed that shit, Aaron. How dare you.
Eventually, but
They
not the
were-
first 10 times.
There was another cool shot where she sees them in the backyard doing whatever they're doing. They have like a dead animal or something,
Yeah.
and she's like on the dolly track, and they're pulling her towards the camera. That was kind of neat. That was a little dynamic. It added something
I told you
to
it was
it.
a dream.
Yeah,
Kinda.
I would
Yeah,
have
I don't
liked
know
for
what
the
they were doing.
perspective
Like
to
a
be kind of
dog or
weird, though.
something?
yeah.
Well, the surreal elements like this are sold, like the lighting changes. The movie is very soft. Like
Yes, it
everything
is.
is so soft
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I thought it was made for TV.
it
had that
feels
feel.
made for
Yeah,
TV.
because they had
feels
some
it.
of the fade outs and
And the wipes.
swipe fades. Yeah.
Which would almost explain so much of it being horrible, if that was
Yeah, when-
true.
when they have sex, it's like, oh yeah, finally I get to see Johnny H's.
Yeah,
What kind
fade
of
to
transition is that? So often.
That's like a
Yeah.
soap opera transition.
Yeah.
And then you
Oh,
pan
John,
over to
you're
Pit.
so
No one,
hairy.
you never
Maybe
pan
they
to
shot
Pit.
it and
Who
thought it
pans
was going to
to
be
Pit?
for TV or
Also,
something.
can you?
Yeah, I
The
think
pit
you're
and the
right.
pendulum.
It's less than a week after delivering a baby. I don't think you can without.
You're not
tearing.
supposed
That's
to,
messed
because they
up.
have that scene where they're on the couch and she's trying to get it on with him, and he's like, no, it's too soon,
Yeah.
and she's like, I don't care, let's do it right here
I
on your
wanna
mom's
bleed to
couch,
death.
Disgusting.
and he
That was
turns it
disgusting.
like violently, turns her down almost, like pushes her off
This is
of
the
him.
wrong place.
I gotta say,
That's because he was
I
really.
feel like
Now that we're in bed,
yeah, they played it up like she didn't have a baby, which
Yeah.
could have been
Yeah.
cool if later on it was like she actually didn't have a baby, something else. Blah, blah,
Right.
blah. And
Demon
yeah,
spawn.
the whole time I'm thinking it
Carnosaur.
just kept bothering me. I was like, this is not how somebody acts who just had a baby.
No.
No.
Yeah. No.
Now, if time had elapsed or something, they made some sort of attempt to make you think like time
Yeah.
had passed. That would be
That would help.
acceptable.
And that was another problem. You have no idea how much time has gone by in this movie.
It feels like 3 days.
Yeah.
I think it's like
Yeah.
3 days. Pops out a baby.
Well, see, that stuff also
Priest
could have
dies.
been,
Butler kills them. Like what?
like the dreamy nature and like I'm not sure how much time is passing and stuff could play into an interesting narrative if there was one.
If it was deeper, yeah.
Yeah.
But by film 15 or 12, probably we'll be like, man, that first one was so fucking good.
I know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm willing to find out though, guys. I'm ready to roll the dice. I don't know about you.
I think I'm in for another 2 or 3, but I think after that I'm gonna really.
No, they're gonna
do the hard
they're
work.
gonna get better in a way. I think.
In a way.
it'll be
In a
better.
way.
Boobs can
Couple
only do
ways,
so
maybe.
much, Chris.
I think
That's true.
I'm reading the whole plot here, and I think it will get more fun.
Whoa! Don't
That'd
give
be
away.
good.
Oh my god, you're ruining surprise.
I won't spoil it.
Cliffhanger.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm just thinking, murder she wrote comes
All
to
I'm
mind.
saying is I'm willing to jump on the witchcraft wagon if others are.
So why did he end up dressing like a vampire at the end?
Because that
'Cause he
was
has
their.
style.
Because they're from the 1600s.
Yeah.
Those were they were dressing in their garb like they are in the painting.
For the ritual.
It's so you, as the viewer, are really sure
that they are the same people
that
that
they are the
movie.
same people.
The head rotating. It was pretty cheesy. Look at that. There's not even
Yeah,
eyes on that
it
thing.
looked terrible.
Oh, they cut before it gets all the way around. Yeah.
She looks like somebody that you threw a tarantula on and she can't stop like flinching.
But the old man,
Yeah.
we'll go back to him.
He's got taste.
He's selling it.
He's using that for his acting reel.
His expression changes not at all.
No. He's just.
I'm perfect
He's
for
a
the
fan
scene.
of the behind the knee, whatever that's called. We figured that out at one point, and he's a fan.
It's the reverse weenus.
The reverse weenus.
I still thought at that point she was gonna be some sort of like demon or something.
I was positive
I wanted some
it was gonna
society
twist.
vibes where like her leg twists backwards or something, and you're like, wait, did I just see that?
Or when that old man was creeping on her, you saw like a tail for a second.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
Oh.
cool. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
No.
We didn't
Yeah.
get into
All right.
that.
Let's just.
Why did she get into? There was this whole thing with her with the garden, and she was potting all the plants, and there
Reduce
was
stress.
I need to weed the garden.
She
Yeah,
just had a
there's-
baby.
Why didn't she spend time with her baby instead of doing stuff with plants? It felt like that was supposed to mean something, and it didn't. Which was how a lot of this movie was.
I think she's planting the seed for the future movies.
They could have played up this whole angle of her being uncomfortable about the prospect of having the baby and like this whole thing of like not sure if she wants it, and then this plays into the psychologicalness of that of them taking it away. And
Yeah,
like,
see,
We
so
started
much
the
opportunity.
nesting phase.
So
We're
much
gonna keep
opportunity.
going
She
through
could have been-
hypotheticals.
I know
about
this
how
is the problem because
the
there's nothing
movie-
to talk about.
Her past could have been like she was taken from her mother because her mother was, a drug addict or something, and then
Or a witch.
or a witch. Well, we don't know yet. We'll find out halfway into the film.
There,
What did you
there
guys-
is-
None of that.
Go ahead, AJ.
I was gonna say, what did you guys think of like the closed wing of the house? Did that feel like
It was cool looking.
Like a
Atypical-
movie set.
Felt like a set.
Yeah,
felt like a set?
it was still fun though.
I wasn't sure where in the house that was.
Yeah.
And then like they go into like I guess the attic or something from there with that
That's
door
where they
that
keep the
was
toys.
alternately open and stuck closed with the weird yellow light. Yes.
It was really weird. I didn't see the point of having like that whole section because you don't know where it is in the house, and it would be cooler if there was like a room that she keep getting caught almost going into, something like that, where it's a little more ominous and holds more of a presence.
Yeah. On the first 2 times she goes in there, she gets caught like almost immediately,
Yeah.
and all the other times they don't even notice.
This whole thing just feels to me like a full moon movie, like where it was like we're slapping this together in a week. Richard Band's laying down some nasty synth, and we're shoving this thing out, and it's only worth going over all these ways the plot lines failed because we already know it sprawls out into 16 movies. If it didn't, we probably would have just been like, "Yeah, it's a fucking terrible movie."
Let's watch 15 more.
I'm holding out hope, guys. I am holding out hope.
All right, let's move on. I'm done talking about this movie. I thought it was pretty good though, for the most part. Anyways, any alternate titles?
I got a couple. They're not great, but
Let's hear them.
my mother-in-law's a Witchcraft. Satan's Garden, and then Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary.
They're posing as Rosemary's Baby.
That's good.
AJ, you have any?
No, I gotta start doing them now.
Okay, Spiff.
I said Rosemary's Other Baby. And Creepy House.
Oh,
Aaron?
Creepy House. I didn't write any. I'm just gonna go with Burn Baby Burn.
Titcraft.
All right. I had
Come on, Aaron. That was an easy one.
I had that'll be used on one of the later ones, I assume.
Right?
I just want to resurrect a baby. Oh, Behind Enemy Thighs.
Oh, see, that's for a later one as well.
Well, the guy was creeping on her thighs.
She wasn't an enemy though.
But
Well, I
I
guess
was
to
playing
him
on
she
Behind
is.
Enemy Lines. God
Yeah,
damn,
I
this
know,
movie is
but it doesn't
sucked
make any
the fun out of the
sense.
show. Well, then this one doesn't make any sense either. House of a Thousand Orifices.
Oh,
Sorry, I watched the Rob
Again,
Zombie
that's
movie
one
this
of
weekend.
the later sequels.
Paul sent me some though.
Cool.
Meanderer in the House. Jackson Pollock's Witchcraft, Bloody Witchcraft. And Nicole Smith in I Just Want Your Baby.
Yeah, there you go.
The Incredible Hanging Man. Slow Mary's Baby. A series of awkward introductions.
very true.
Lizzie Kraft, Womb Raider. Oh man, this is a hard one. Obviously more deserving of 15 sequels than any other one film deserves 15 sequels, or any other 15 films deserve one more sequel, obviously. He does have a hypothetical. What movie that never got a single sequel would you give 15 sequels to?
Oh man, that's fun.
That is a hard one, right?
That you would never give 15 sequels to.
Deep Rising.
Yes.
Something like cheesy like that would be fun.
That you could just go crazy with and just keep it going.
Ooh, Pluto Nash. And Eddie
my
Murphy
gosh.
is in every one of them.
I bet they would get better.
Can't get much
But then
worse.
they get worse again, and then they get better. Like,
Oh, what about The Fifth Element? You could go crazy with that stuff.
Jeez.
yeah, I like that. Yeah, you could have a whole universe.
It's like this.
There was
SG-1 show.
the Dread remake. That should have got a sequel.
That was so
yeah,
good.
that should have got a sequel.
I don't know if I need 15 sequels though.
No. I don't know if any movie needs 15 sequels.
Ooh, I know Hellraiser. It's almost there.
What about there's several
Saw.
horrors. Yeah, they're close to that. Have
like-
to be.
I think there's 5 or 6 Scorpion King movies.
What?
Yeah.
But those are like a
This-
spin-off of
The Mummy.
The
Yeah.
Mummy.
There's a lot of movies out there that have just way too many sequels.
I could see something like Cabin Fever, where like the first
15?
one was well
That
known
would make
and I
sense.
liked, and then they made like 3 of them, I think, and I don't think they're that bad if I recall. At least the second one.
The first one I think was fun.
Yeah, I like the first one. The second one takes place
least
at
the
like a high
effects were
school
kinda
dance or
fun.
something.
The first one, that's the one where the dead body falls in the water, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that was fun.
Oh, and
you're
then
wrong.
then it's like it meets Cabin Boy.
Cabin
And you've
Boy,
got-
there you go. That's one of its own.
Anyway,
All
sorry.
That's it. Oh, Aaron, do we have a game?
We do.
All right, let's cut to that then.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of confidence, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly questionable. Shall we play?
All right, so
loud,
this is
Aaron. That's so loud, that bumper.
All the bumpers are loud, man.
turn it down.
It's like the intro
Turn
to
down
like
for
a TV
what?
show. It's like cranked up,
Turn
and you're
down
like,
for
oh, and then you gotta turn it down.
Just re-render it lower.
I hate when movies do that.
Mastering
Where,
these
like
things.
a
Yeah.
lot of movies do that where there's like,
A lot of TV shows do that.
and it's
The
like,
intro's
fuck it
always like
off.
mastered way louder.
Yeah. I'm old.
All right,
That means
so-
we're old.
Oh yeah, it is. Turn down that TV and get off my lawn. Get off my remote. All right, so anyways, this game is called Because Your Witch is on My List.
Okay,
It's a
Need
game of
screen or anything.
it's mostly about what's that?
You need to share a screen or anything?
No, I'm just going to ask you some series of questions,
wow.
etc. It mostly centers around like the Salem witch trials and a few other witchy facts.
Is it a witch spell or a Hall & Oates lyric?
That would have been brilliant. I am not that smart. I made this
that.
while doing the history hole, so bear with me. So our first one is witch mark. So during the Salem witch trials, they had many different ways of determining if someone was a witch or not. One of those was based on birthmarks or moles, various things they found on people's bodies. So this self-dubbed witch finder general, Matthew Hopkins of England, successfully captured a woman he believed to be a witch. And when he examined her, he found a mark on her chest. What was the devil's mark that he found?
Third nip.
You are correct.
We need to examine her chest.
I mean,
Yep. So apparently that makes you a witch.
how did he find it?
A
That's the
witch
question.
finder.
Well, they strip people.
He went
and-
looking.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The most
Back in the
common
day,
theme,
people were more carefree with their bodies too, right?
yeah.
You're just wearing a robe like that. You just, a breeze blows by. You never know.
Please,
The craziest
ma'am,
thing
I'm a
about
witch
all
finder
this-
general.
Yes, exactly.
You can trust me.
The craziest thing about all this is just that a lot of these where they tested people and people passed, they still killed them anyways. They're like, man, fuck you. We're gonna kill you anyways.
Safe, yeah.
All right, so this one is witch weight. So the basis for this witch test, in
I went to plaid again. What the fuck? This is shit.
This is funny.
Stop going to ludicrous speed.
It's alright. We don't need him.
all right, so the basis for this witch test was that since they thought witches rode around on broomsticks and could float on water, that meant that witches had to be very lightweight. So using a scale that was used for marketing and money purposes, they would weigh the witches against something. So if the witch
duck.
was lighter, if she was lighter than a stack of,
Very small rocks.
nope,
Churches.
no,
Well, let's think about what they would have back in the day. Probably donkeys. Everybody had a donkey back then.
You
incorrect.
said a stack of
Yes.
Bowls?
potatoes.
Oh, they had potatoes, AJ.
How the fuck do you stack potatoes?
Well, very
Bags.
carefully, but it can be done.
Bags.
Like kebabs?
Bags of
Bricks?
potato rocks.
Bricks.
Rocks.
Very small
No.
rocks. I already said that.
No.
Crosses.
Babies. No, what else you got back
Babies.
then? They had babies
Bibles.
back then.
Stacks of Bibles.
Yes. You are correct, sir.
There you go.
AJ.
If the accused was found to be lighter than the stack of Bibles, an arbitrary stack of Bibles, then they must be a
This is the
practitioner of black
standard
magic.
Standard metric unit, Aaron.
You could have written
Yes.
Stack.
Witchcraft, the movie
Stack of
yourselves,
Bibles. Yes.
guys. I know.
It's that American system, like 3 stacks is a bushel.
I think this is what the metric system's based
4
on.
pecks
What
and
the fuck, you fucking camera? Big
For
metric.
anyone on the
fight me.
pod, Chris keeps going to
8
plaid.
color bars
This camera.
equals 52 pecks of 70
why it's doing
grams.
All right. So in
think it's
addition to people that were convicted and executed for witchcraft, 2 animals were also executed for witchcraft. What kind of animal were they? We have A, rabbits, B, dogs, C, African swallows, or D, owls.
I'm gonna say dogs.
I was going to say ducks, but it wasn't an answer.
What was the first one?
Yeah, what was the third one?
Rabbits,
Rabbits.
Then European swallows or African?
African swallows.
I'll say owls.
Okay, it was dogs.
Oh,
Lindsay gets that one. I'm not keeping score.
I know what's going
It's
on
all right.
here. It's overheating.
All right, we have witch
It's too hot for the
cake.
camera.
Yeah.
So, when someone was believed to have fallen ill because of a witch's spell, they made a cake made with rye flour or ash and then baked it into a cake. And after that, the cake was fed to a dog.
Okay.
So,
Fake,
dog-
cake, rye, dog.
All right. So, no, the cake didn't have dog in it. It was fed to a
Dog
dog.
had cake. Gave
Right.
cake to a dog.
is the
So-
cake made out of the person?
So, listen. Yes. Okay. So,
What a finish.
which human component was used in the cake?
But
What?
butt
Third-
sauce.
third nipple.
Turds.
There's a human component added to the bake.
It's probably
of the cake?
semen.
Yes.
Because
What if it's a woman,
fed to
Chris?
Dog. Well, dog would have to like it, right?
finger.
So,
okay,
if the dog became ill after eating the witch's cake, then the person who was part of the cake was baked into was believed to be a victim of witchcraft. Okay.
Blood. Eyelashes.
Probably
For their hair, yeah.
Ugh.
We did that whole hair thing the other week.
Toenails.
Oh God.
They're like you know, like have you ever had some people put like almonds in their
There's your horror
banana
movie.
nut bread.
Eat the
banana
toenail
bread.
cake.
I'm gonna go with ears.
You have a crunch.
You put an ear in there?
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
keep
Boogers?
in mind, this was from the victim, not the witch.
From the victim.
from the
Nips.
victim.
So I don't think
Okay.
you're gonna take the victim's
that's
ear off and
different.
put it in a cake.
Ears. Totally.
I mean, I feel like
Problem.
you would feel really
Gotta be
bad
sure.
for the victim, and you want like a proper.
I think
burial,
blood was
so-
closest.
Mm-hmm.
Veins.
Saliva. Pee.
All right, it's urine. They put pee in a
Spit
cake.
said pee.
I said
No,
it
you
right at the
didn't.
end. I got it.
Sure,
Why
you
would you
did.
put pee in a cake? I feel like you're ruining the cake then.
I
It's
don't
difficult
know.
that'd be like a difficult
Dogs
thing to
probably
collect
like
from a
pea
dead body,
cake.
right?
Yeah.
No, pretty gross. So undressing for the pressing.
Wait, how
Martha
do you get
Corey-
the pee? How do you get the pee? Do you make them
Squeeze it
pee,
out
or
of
you-
him.
You go in.
You go in.
You're a witchfinder general, Chris. You can do anything.
Yeah. All right, so Martha Corey was arrested for witchcraft on March 19th, 1692. Giles Corey, her husband, was so swept up by the trials that he initially believed the accusations against his wife until he himself was arrested based on the same charges. Giles Corey refused to plead after being accused. He was subjected to the pressing. So, question number one: what is the act of pressing?
It's where they put stones on you, like keep putting more and more weight upon you.
Yeah, until
like
you go
stones.
squat.
That's
Squat.
correct. Okay. How long did he survive?
It was a few
18
days.
stones.
3 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 days they kept putting stones on him.
And what did he say each time they stepped on him or put more weight on him and asked him to plead?
Please, sir, may I have
More
another?
weight.
You got it. More weight. Dude was a total badass. By doing so, by not pleading guilty, basically it allowed him to pass on his land and all of his property to his family. It wasn't able to be taken away by the government at the time.
You
Wasn't
got
that
him.
the whole thing behind the Salem witch trials?
What a time
They
to
were
be
taking
alive.
land away from women.
That's one of that's one of the main things.
Sounds familiar.
Yep. So what was the year of the last official execution of a witch? So we have
1932.
1697,
Let's see, what year is it here? 2021.
1874, 1932, or
what I said.
1782.
1932.
Okay.
I'm going with
Wait.
Chris, 1932.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say that.
So the last official that they can say is 1782.
So
But
close.
witchcraft is still, or witch trials are still technically a thing. Like in a lot of countries, they still believe in this shit.
They do.
So there's possibility of people being executed. Just insane.
Fear of the
All right.
unknown, right?
So moving on. In 1659, the Puritans banned a holiday, deeming it sacrilege. What holiday did they ban? Was it A, Christopher Columbus Day? Why is that so funny?
No.
I mean, that'd be the last
B-
It's a little. Yeah.
B, Christmas. C, Thanksgiving. Or D, National Hot Dog Day.
I'm gonna say Christmas.
It's Christmas. After
Yes,
yeah,
it's
it's
Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah.
Christmas.
All right, fine, you fuckers. Which is
I mean, that's what
brewing?
they do. They ban everything and then they claim it as their own. That's like the whole basis.
It's not pagan.
Same thing with
All right.
Halloween, right?
So, which is brewing? This is basically common ingredients in witchcraft recipes, and you have to tell me what they really mean or what they really are. So, Eye of Newt. Is it A, salamander eggs, B, flies, C, mustard seed, or D, pig sphincter?
I'm gonna say
Sphincter.
mustard seed.
Mustard seed.
I'm
That's my
going
guess.
salamander eggs.
It is mustard seed.
Hmm.
I think we have a witch on our show right now. I'm a little concerned. Uh-oh. She's laughing maniacally, too.
I heard it.
All right. Wool of bat. Is it rat fur, hairy caterpillars, holly leaves, or a wool of a sheep killed by a vampire
You
bat?
better not kill hairy caterpillars. Just think they're so cute.
It's leaves. Maybe.
Bats. Rats.
Woolly
Rat
bats?
fur.
Rat fur. Okay. AJ, Chris.
Oh,
Rat fur, caterpillars, holly leaves, or wool of a sheep killed by a vampire bat.
yeah. Let's do that one.
Holly leaves.
That is correct. It is holly leaves. Finally, we have the blind worm. So it's an earthworm with its head removed.
That's my nickname in high school.
Is it Spiv's penis? Is that what it is?
Does it have like glasses and like a cane? Like it goes around.
Probably.
It's
Knowing
like a little
him, yeah.
bookworm, you know.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
Use it as a bookmark.
You guys are.
Is that a bookmark in your book? Are you happy to see me? All right. Earthworm with its head removed. A celery stalk, poison ivy vine, or a small snake.
Small snake.
You wouldn't want to use
Poison ivy
in
vine.
anything.
I think it's a celery stalk.
I'm going earthworm.
It is a small snake, which was
Oh wow.
Ah,
Scott's high school nickname.
Spiv's small snake.
That's it. I don't know who won or lost. I don't really care, but we got a game. Woohoo!
Oh man.
Next week is it a witch or is it a...
Yeah.
A bitch. Is it a witch or is it a bitch?
See, people, now you've seen what these could be. You now know that the 4-pixel games or audio games are way more fun.
What did we play last week? People weren't a fan. What was it?
It was
the
the
sound
Billy
one.
Zane or an airplane.
Yes, that was
People didn't like
That
that.
one
was
was
hilarious.
They didn't like
difficult.
it?
It was really funny, but it was
think
really
so.
hard.
it was a joke. That's all.
Zibba-
All amazing.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. Let's
Sure,
move
you
on.
got it.
You are listening to the Bad Movie Night podcast. Do you have a recommendation? A question? You want to talk about bad movies? Then join us over at our subreddit. Just search for Bad Movie Night on Reddit and join our community. Now, back to the show. All right, Lindsay, would you recommend The Witchcraft?
I mean, if you want to check out the sequels or whatever, I don't think you have to watch the original to be able to understand what's going on. And it doesn't have anything inherent within itself to be watchable. So I would not recommend this movie.
AJ.
No, do not watch it. Unless you're gonna be crazy like us and watch all of them and jump right in.
Spiv.
Yeah, if this is supposed to be like the best of the set, I'm kind of worried. But reading the synopsis of the over series, I think they'll get better. But
Aaron.
yeah, I would not recommend.
Aaron.
I've been promised boobies, so I'm going to stick it out for a little bit. But this was not a great start.
Are you going to perform your own ritual while you're watching these movies, is what you're saying? Make a few sacrifices?
Blind worm.
Here's my blind snake, Chris.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like this is probably one of the worst podcasts we've done in a while, and I blame it mostly on the movie being kind of just so blah and like
Yeah.
kind of depressing. Maybe I was just depressed going into the whole thing, and now I'm just even more depressed. And my camera is bugging me, and just like all this stuff is adding up, and I just feel really bad about everything.
Yeah. It's hard.
So I'd
'cause we had a
recommend it.
good
It was pretty
streak.
good. No, yeah, I was actually kind of excited for this because knowing it starts as a franchise, I thought it would actually be pretty good, and it's just kind of mind-bogglingly disappointing and below average. It's not like terrible. It's just
Mediocre.
Blah.
mediocre. That's a good one. All right, let's move on and read some emails.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails, you tiny little emails, you precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we checked out Air Panic.
Ah.
Yeah, and no
They're
presents.
so low energy. Everybody's so low.
Last week was awesome compared to this.
It was.
We talked about the prison meal actually from the movie before last week. Destroyer. Yeah. Paul comments that the last meal in Destroyer was the world's worst McDLT, and I didn't know what that was, so I had to look it up.
The McDLT is where they had the one thing separate.
Yeah. McDonald's had it. It
Wait,
was
what?
It was their competitor to the Whopper. Yeah.
The one thing separate?
Well, they would have the hot ingredients on one side of the styrofoam container and the cold on the other side.
So
like
it's the
lettuce,
plate that
tomato.
makes it a DLT?
It was
Yeah.
two styrofoam boxes hooked together.
How the fuck
The
do you
one
guys
side
know
had
this?
like lettuce and tomato and
Was that
stuff,
like
and
in
the
the
other side
90s?
had the meat.
I
It
remember
was
the
in the
McRib.
80s.
Does it have anything to do with that?
No.
I remember the
No.
baby cheese.
And they got
burgers.
rid of it because it was too much waste.
As the styrofoam,
packaging.
all the
Yeah.
CFCs, a hole in the ozone layer. Do you remember when McDonald's was recycling styrofoam? They had like a separate trash can for it.
How do they do that? They just burn it.
Don't eat
don't
at
know.
McDonald's. Do not eat at McDonald's.
I'm kind of hungry. I could eat some McDonald's. And
Let's go to McDonald's, Chris.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Roll the dice.
The last time I went to a McDonald's was after I saw Evil Dead, the remake with Mark.
Oh my god.
And he got mad and threw everything out the window out of business.
That sounds like Mark.
That's totally Mark.
I was like, what is going on? Yeah.
I went to McDonald's like 2 days ago. So.
Really?
Really?
JD
Your body looks so
Buffington.
pale.
That's how I maintain my physique.
That's why your hair is like dying. Look at it. It's like all the chemicals you've been eating.
Right.
Turning
It's
you
those
gray.
fries, man. It's preservatives. That's how I stay young looking.
I feel like it's
after
affecting your internet
300
connection,
years.
too.
JD Buffington has a good idea for our sad sequel September, which has a good name too. We should watch movie sequels that are terrible, such as Mortal
Like
Kombat
Witchcraft?
Annihilation, Blair Witch 2,
Ooh.
Witchcraft 16,
What else? What else could we watch?
Die Hard 2?
Predator 2.
Predator 2 is awesome.
Don't
awesome.
even.
I love
Don't
Predator
even.
2.
Shut up, Mr. Falcon.
Ah,
Yippee-ki-yay,
Die
Mr.
Hard
Falcon.
2.
You know what?
That's
You
a
know what
good
I would
idea.
watch? This
No, I
probably?
like that movie.
Time Cop 2.
There's
There's
a
a time
the
cop
second
too?
one?
Who's
And
in
some
it?
of the Universal Soldiers.
Is
But
Van
some of-
Damme in it?
But like I said, there was a
No.
newer Universal Soldier from like 2013 with Van Damme and Dolph, and it was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
yeah?
We
I
should
liked
check
it.
that out.
Oh, man.
But I like JD Buffington's comment on the Reddit on the year ender episode. He's like, he posted like, I hosted the year ender and now everybody left the Reddit. I'm so sorry or something. Like, it was like the last thing that somebody posted. Yeah,
That's funny.
so,
Yeah, that it literally is the last thing on the.
yeah,
on the
it just
Reddit.
stopped
That's-
getting up.
You know what we
Yeah,
need to
it's a
watch? We
TikTok,
need to
I'm
watch
telling you.
Starship
it.
Troopers 2.
Ooh.
We watched
And
all
never
of
seen
those.
it.
I think we watched.
Third
that.
one's
It
not
wasn't
too
that
bad. Third one was good.
Third one, Rico comes back, or the third.
That's the one where they're stuck in the tower or something, right? That was good.
No, that's the second one. And it's got the
Is
guy
it?
who was the Sentinel. Remember the show, The Sentinel?
It's just like one set. They're like in a
You guys
tower.
remember that?
No, maybe it's the fourth one. How many are there? 4?
You guys
I
don't
don't
remember
know.
the Sentinel?
We could watch
It wasn't the
Tremors 2.
second one.
There's the Beastmaster 2 through the Portal of Time.
Oh, that sounds badass.
Oh,
It's
there's
got,
a lot
uh,
of Tremors too. Yeah.
Wings Hauser in it, I think.
Wings Hauser.
Aaron, you're right though. There's a lot of Tremor sequels.
Yes, there's like 8 of them. I've watched a few of them, I think. None of them are great, but they are entertaining.
Tremors in November. No Trember.
Tremvember.
Tremvember.
No trim. No Tremvember.
Yeah.
Let's just hurry up and get this over with.
Yeah.
This is sad.
Let's end this.
Yeah, the OT says great show. I want to recommend the 1980 sci-fi movie Contamination.
Yes, that's on our list. It looks so
We need to
good.
do a. Okay, we'll see
Let's
what
do a
happens.
fun
Okay.
one. Let's do that. Put it on the
Mike
list.
DeRosier is trying to save us and says, do 4 witchcrafts a year. Maybe make February witchcraft month.
I don't know if we could do 4 of these in a row, though.
Yeah, that'd be
No,
bad.
we're gonna do another one next month. Okay,
Let's see.
we're gonna do another one next month.
Yeah, we should just
I
do
quit.
it at the
And
worst.
it might
possible moment.
turn us around. You'll see.
And Aaron, This one is kind of ironic because you didn't have many alternate titles this week, but Ian the Kiltmaker says, if you ever decide to weaponize your skills at alternate titles, the whole world is doomed. That does it for our reader-listener feedback for Air Panic last week. If you want to leave a comment, check us out on the YouTubes. Drop it. I might read it.
I don't think we're getting any comments. This is so low energy.
Drop it on the Twitter.
I'm like falling asleep right
Twitter
now.
feed.
Okay.
Send cocaine.
All right. So I asked you guys what you want to watch next week, and
You didn't ask me, fucker.
I fucking posted it in the goddamn Slack, Aaron.
What's Slack?
That place where we
I
all
saw
talk.
it.
What?
So
Where?
you guys didn't pick,
Oh my goodness.
so I loaded up the wheel.
Oh,
here.
Masterminds is on there.
This
What all
is so
is on
cool.
there?
Okay, so I'll go through what's on there. Masterminds is on there.
Sidekicks.
Battlefield Earth. Why is that
Knight
on there?
Riders, Joshua Tree,
Damn it.
Sidekicks, and Battlefield Earth. Because these
You know it's
going
going
to
to be
be
Battlefield
recommended.
Earth. This is rigged.
Masterminds is
Yes,
so
it's
I hope
totally
it is,
rigged.
I
It's
hope it's
totally
Battlefield
rigged.
Earth.
Oh my
If this is
God.
Sidekicks, I don't think we're continuing the podcast.
It's just something really. It's like a PG movie. Are you
I
gonna
haven't
watch
seen
that, Chris?
movie since I was like 13.
No, I'm going to show up and I'll be
Not.
pissed. I'm not watching that
God.
shit.
It's so rigged.
All right, are you guys ready?
I can't believe
I
I'm
don't like
thinking.
this
Please
at
be
all.
Battlefield Earth.
I am
don't like
very
it. I do not
scared.
like this.
I am so scared.
I'm hoping
Lindsay,
for Battlefield Earth. This is so
Lindsay-
wrong.
This is a
wanted-
bad idea.
Lindsay wanted Knight Riders.
Or Joshua
never seen
Tree,
that.
either one.
Yeah,
Okay.
they both look awesome. Wait, whoa, fuck! Just pick that one. That one looks awesome.
Take sidekicks off
Hold
of here
on.
first.
I don't want to do this.
Hold on.
This is scary.
Hold on.
Chris, if you pick sidekicks,
on.
I quit.
Let me get this out.
Best of
Lindsay-
three.
Lindsay wanted Knight Riders. It is
Yes.
a 2.5 hour epic.
It
what
looks
the fuck,
cool.
Lindsay? 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours? I didn't know it was that long.
That's so long.
Yikes.
Oh
It's
my
almost as long as our
God.
podcast.
All right, are we ready?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
No, I want that other one with
guess.
Dolph. It looks
Wait,
fucking amazing.
Wait, let's take sidekicks out.
We're not taking it
Please
out.
take it out. Take it
Aaron,
out.
what's your choice?
Best
We'll
of
take-
three.
Make it
I mean,
spin
the
again.
Knight Riders one
Put
sounds
it
cool.
on
The
it.
other
Okay.
one with Dolph sounds fucking amazing.
Just everybody
Yeah.
chill. I'm going to spin it.
You know what's gonna
Right?
happen. You all know.
God damn sidekicks!
Yeah.
Fuck!
All right,
Sidekicks-
everybody wait. Here we go. Oh, I'm
You
so
bastard.
So slow.
Big money, big money, no whammies,
like
no whammies.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank God.
I have seen this movie at least 5 or 6 times.
So much relief.
All right. Masterminds is the winner. Let's go check out that trailer.
In the story of a troublemaker doing what he does best. Masterminds.
I better get extra credit for this.
Oh my God, I
Dude.
think I've seen this.
That's
this a
stabbing
kids' movie?
westward.
Stabbing
That
Westward
That was
the
stabbing
soundtrack.
westward.
Patrick Stewart
Won't be in the
is
movie,
bad
but
guy.
that's cool.
Patrick Stewart's the bad guy. This is a PG-13 movie, but it's
Is
like
it?
sort of futuristic.
We
I
should
think.
watch Toy
It's somewhere.
Soldiers instead.
God damn it, AJ. We didn't get sidekicks. Just be happy.
I'm spinning again just to see what happens.
I'm sorry.
Again.
Now we're doing Masterminds, but the second
next
spin was Sidekicks. No, we'll do Masterminds. That movie's fun. Let me
I
see
want
if
to
it's
watch that
available.
Lundgren movie. It looks amazing.
We will cover
That
it.
one's on YouTube.
You should have
Gosh, these
suggested
were our
something,
options.
Aaron.
All right, Masterminds is on Amazon Prime. okay?
Stop the steal, Chris.
What do you? Okay, this is. All right.
I want to recap.
No, see, this is I'm
Respin.
super depressed. I was depressed going into this, and now you guys.
What are you depressed about?
Everything. I am. All right. I was very depressed. But anyways,
Yeah, I can relate.
then I went on and I said, "What do you guys want to watch?" And Lindsay said, "Knight Riders or Joshua Tree." Spiv said, "Sidekicks or Masterminds," and I put Battlefield Earth in there because I
Where
want
did
to
you
watch
post
that.
it? Where'd you post this?
On Slack.
On Slack.
On which channel? There's 18
The
channels.
schedule Slack. The schedule one.
Wait, what's schedule one?
Gotta set up your
You're
notifications.
not in that one.
There's a schedule?
He's not.
Oh,
in
I'll
that.
add you. I'll add you to it. I didn't know you weren't in the. I had to schedule.
Sounds about right.
Oh my
Sounds
God.
about right.
All right.
You
now you're
Sounds
in
like
there.
how I was
Yeah,
in
look
the
at
other
this. Oh shit, I could have voted.
Yeah. All coming
asshole.
around. All coming around.
Guys, Masterminds is a cool movie. It's gonna be fun to talk about.
We can come over and watch it on VHS.
Joshua Tree looks fucking cool.
Joshua Tree does look cool.
Yeah.
It's a U2 album.
So
Yeah, that is kind of the
It
term.
also goes by the name Army of One.
Army of One.
That's much
we
cooler.
will get to that. We will get to Joshua Tree this year.
You know what's going to happen? Masterminds is going to be the move of the year. It's going to win every category.
I know.
Until we watch
Spit is such an
Sidekicks.
ass.
Just be realistic here.
It does have.
I've
it does
never
have
seen
a
it.
pretty awesome opening sequence.
I've never seen it. I've wanted to see it.
Spiv, is it not worth doing on the podcast?
I think it'll be fun. I don't know if
Okay.
it's bad enough.
It'll be
for
an
a
odd
podcast.
episode. Let's do it.
Is it not bad enough?
It has a 48%
I mean,
on
Chris, you've seen
TMDb.
it.
I have, but it's been years. I mean, let's just check out this trailer real quick.
There's so much dumb
mean,
shit in that movie.
How could you go wrong? You've got the pepper in it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're doing Masterminds. Okay, it's on Amazon Prime. That's what we're doing next week. I feel bad. I feel like
I also
we've-
suggested Bloodsport.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
but
We
that's
can't do real
It's
movies.
too good. It's too good. It's
It's a real
it's kind of a
movie.
real movie.
It's got like a 5.9 on IMDb.
5.9
Oh,
on
it's a
IMDb is like that thing won like
It's
Emmys
a
and shit.
classic.
All right. Let's just end this. This was a depressing episode.
Next time I won't
not
be
that
as
depressing.
medicated.
This was a disappointing episode.
I mean,
Aaron, I loved your attempt at the game,
Sorry, it was so boring.
but
I want to go to Pixels or No Pixels or whatever the fuck you're going to plan for next week.
I'm gonna do something with Patrick
you could
Stewart probably.
Yeah, Picard or Kirk, but zoomed in.
do like an audio game without visuals.
I will try and come up with an idea. Okay? That's it for this week's episode. Nobody liked what they heard, so don't even bother. I'm not even gonna do that. This is just so bad. Don't even. No one's gonna go to the Patreon because why would you after this shit show? I am done.
Jesus.
This is probably the last episode we're ever doing. Lindsay, I do want to say this is officially you've been on the podcast now for a month.
Oh my god!
This episode.
Yay.
Thank you. We really like having you.
Yay.
And well, it was a fun run because it's the last episode. So that's it, guys. We will be back next week. Aaron has left apparently,
already.
so
He's out of here. He's
okay,
out.
good.
I thought you said we quit. We're still doing this shit?
Yeah, I just
Why?
keep going even though I
Why are we
quit.
doing this?
I don't know. All right, let's just move on and end the show and say goodbye.
Bad Movie Night Podcast.
Witchcraft. Witchcraft.
We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.
Chainsaw.